Welcome to the Sharon L. Morse Performing Arts Center. This state-of-the-art theatrical venue is proud to open its doors and entertain our community with a variety of Broadway productions, guaranteed to enrich the wide selection of entertainment options here in the Villages. On behalf of our family, I would like to invite you to join us in this truly landmark moment as we begin to enjoy all the new selections of entertainment that the Sharon will make available to our community.
I am so excited. I can't wait. I can't believe it.
I think the residents are just going to love this place.
Mom and Dad were always into the theater.
Right.
Mom would have wanted this too.
When was your first Broadway, when was your first show?
Well, the same as yours. We went to see Fiddler on the Roof with Topol.
And do you remember where?
We went to the, what theater was it? Do you remember?
The Schubert.
It was the Schubert.
The Schubert.
Yes, it was the Schubert Theater.
Yeah, that's how it all, our exposure to the theater started.
Very young. And ironically, the first play I took my daughters to was Fiddler on the Roof with Topol in Orlando. All those years later, the man was still playing the part and it was still unbelievable. I can remember when Mom and Dad used to invest in plays, and they used to go to New York for the openings in New York, and then they would come home and go to the openings in Chicago. I remember the first one, they were so excited. It was Butterflies Are Free with Keir Dullea and Blythe Danner. Very exciting. I remember Mom laying her clothes out, and in those days you went to the theater and the openings, you know, long gowns and a fur wrap, and Dad had a tux on and a hat. Dad always wore a hat.
Mom had a beautiful singing voice, and there wasn't, she was ever the hostess entertainer. For years we would have annual Christmas parties for the villages, and it would always be in their home, and there was always a piano player and people singing along, and Mom was very gifted in that.
Valentine, sweet comic Valentine.
Mom came by it naturally, and her first exposure, her first big-time exposure was when she was a National Cherry Queen in Traverse City back in 1955. Yeah, and her talent, of course, was singing. She got on the Tonight Show with, was it Johnny Carson then, or?
Jack Parr.
Jack Parr. I think the entertainment in the Villages is deeply rooted in both Mom and Dad's sense of the dramatic, I guess. They have always been really good hosts, and music's always been a part of, entertainment's always been a part of that. Dad was all about the show, and Mom was the show.
Entertainment brings people together. Our squares bring people together. It's about connectivity, it's about enjoying one another's company, it's about being able to just strike into a dance. I mean, Mom was not only a singer, she was an accomplished dancer as well.
I think the Sharon is here for a couple of reasons. One, probably first and foremost, we have been listening to the residents of the Villages for a long, long time, and this was one of the things that the residents have requested that we somehow make available. And the Sharon is just the next step in the breadth and depth of the types of entertainment that we hope that the community will enjoy.
It completes it, from whether the residents have the ability to be in a show when they're at the Savannah Center, much like Mom was in the show at Brownwood, to going to the theater, whether it be in New York, in Chicago, at the Bob Carr, or the Sharon. Yes, that's right. It's big enough that we're going to expand the offering of our entertainment in the Villages, but it's small enough to feel like I'm at my hometown theater. If Mom were here, it would be what we would be doing. So it just transcends through us, I think, that our residents want it. It's just a natural. It's going to be very well received.
Yeah, I agree.
She would be very proud.
Yep. I think that both Mom and Dad would have wanted to be here for this, and would be real excited about it. I'm really excited for personal reasons about this, Sharon, because we're going into a business that my daughter, Whitney, and my son-in-law, Jason, have some deep and varied knowledge in, and they're going to be able to come here and apply their talents to the delight of the delight of the grandfather, and to the delight of the community.
I envision for our residents, whether it be a matinee and it's a girls' day out, or, you know, date night, the variety of entertainment. You might come to the square and have a cocktail, do a little dance on the square, head in and see a show, pick up dinner afterwards, and it'll be a whole evening experience.
We're going to try a lot of variety of things over the first couple of 3 years to see what really sticks and what the community likes and what they don't like. So I think there's going to be a lot of different things that people can come and see, and I think that because of the variety of things that we're going to offer, I think there'll be a variety of experiences offered to the residents.
One of the wonderful things about the Sharon is our residents' ability to bring their children and their grandchildren, to expose them to so many new and wonderful things right here in the villages.
Exactly what our parents did.
That's what our parents did, and planted the entertainment bug and the theater bug in us.
And that's how we have it live on.
That's right.
And our family tradition continues as Mark's son-in-law Jason and daughter Whitney will be returning home after years in the theater business to operate the Sharon.
I ended up going to college for theater, although I also got a degree in psychology. I wanted to be well-rounded. And then after college, I ended up working out at a dinner theater in Colorado for a couple of years. And then after that, I moved to Chicago to pursue my dreams of being a real gritty Chicago actress. And my second show in Chicago was a really funny original musical called Don, Wisconsin, about smuggling beer in milk crates from Wisconsin.
in milk bottles, I think.
Yeah,
Right.
in the Prohibition era. It was very campy and fun. And I met this guy doing that show.
Yeah, at that point, I had already been in Chicago for about 5 years, working for the theater where we did Don, Wisconsin. You know, and then Whitney came in, and I don't know.
That was that.
It was,
That was
basically.
8 years ago.
8 years ago.
8 years ago. And in those 8 years, I went to graduate school. I got my MFA in acting at Columbia University in New York, and have been working all over the country ever since.
And when we moved to New York for Whitney to go to grad school, I basically started working in the technical side of theater. I kind of gave up the acting bit. So I'd say about 5 or 6 years ago, we were kind of sitting on the back porch of Mark's house in, you know, their lanai bit, and they were asking us, you know, general questions about a theater, you know, like if we were going to build a theater, like how many seats would you have, and, you know, what would you do, and stuff like that. And, you know, we talked about it a little bit, you know, and we were like, oh, maybe.
Spitballing.
Yeah, we're spitballing, you know, thinking maybe 600 seats was a nice number.
And I was like,
you
no,
know,
500
yeah.
max.
And so, yeah, we thought maybe 600 seats or so, and we were like, oh, that'd be nice. And, you know, then it was all just kind of talk for a little while, and then, oh, maybe.
It was about 2 years ago. I was pregnant
Yeah,
at the time.
you were pregnant, and our son was 2 now, so about 2.5 years ago, you know, they decided they were moving forward with it. They were going to build this project, and they needed some people to come down and run it. So, you know, they asked me and Whitney if we wanted to be involved with it and work for it, and of course we did. It's a wonderful opportunity. I mean, it's amazing theater. The theater has around 1,000 seats, and you know, we have 3 to 4 different levels in the theater. You know, we have our orchestra section, our mezzanine section, our balcony section, and our box sections. You know, we have a new sound system in here, and then we have a new fly system in here, which is, you know, the pieces on the stage that move scenery in and out. It's all automated, push-button control. There's many safety features worked into that. We also have a pit lift, which we can raise to the stage level, or we can raise to audience level, or we can also raise, you know, down to just use as a pit. We're ahead of the curve on a lot of things. Our first couple of shows, you know, we're gonna have a big...
Can I say the first one?
Sure, you
I'm
can.
very excited about the gala. On April 30th, we'll have our opening night gala, and our headlining performer is Miss Patti LuPone.
And then also our first musical we're going to be doing on May 18th and 19th, I believe, and that's going to be $1 Million Quartet. And that is a musical based off a true event that happened in the 1950s. One evening where Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley, Carl Perkins, and Jerry Lee Lewis got together and just had one big jam session for one night in a recording studio, and that show is just going to be straight 90 minutes of just hit after hit, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that show.
Well, come on over, baby. A whole lot of shaking going on. I said, now come on over, baby. Baby, you can't go wrong. We played, said a whole lot of shaking going on.
We plan to offer a large variety of different type of programming here at the Sharon. We want to do everything from Broadway-style musicals to solo performers, circus-type acts, comedians, bands, many different types of dance. We're going to do hopefully some ballet, some modern, some contemporary. What we want to do here is bring that kind of, I guess, I don't know, joy, amazement, whatever it is that you always, that we had the first time that we went to see shows that are that large scale, is to kind of bring that here and share that experience, with the rest of the community here, and, hopefully everyone can share in that and feel that feeling.
Yeah.
It's been our family's vision to provide village residents access to everything one could want or need to live a happier, healthier lifestyle, all just a golf car ride away. And the Sharon is yet one more enhancement to our already thriving entertainment culture. We hope that you, your family, and your friends enjoy all the Performing Arts Center has to offer in the coming years.
For more information about the Sharon and how to purchase tickets, visit www.thesharon.com. We look forward to an exciting production lineup in the coming year.